had a meeting today. The full board was represented. We met and discussed the business of the day. It was a very fruitful meeting that we had. There are certain reports in other areas who are saying there's the boardroom, whatever. We don't have any boardroom, whatever you call it. We remain united as a board. And the 2020 season, we've actually declared that we must bring back excitement into our football. So we have labeled it that in 2020, we want to let football talk. We don't want to be talking ourselves. Our football must be talking. Let me also put the record straight that we are not banned from COSAFA. We were only blocked from attending the COSAFA meeting. After the meeting, there were some side meetings that were done, and we have put right our affiliation fee. We are a member of COSAFA. Our appeal is going through. So all our age groups, teams, are going to participate in COSAFA. And all our age groups, teams, are going to participate in all Afghan games, including the senior, of course. So 2020 is the year that we want football to be talking. In some of when we went to COSAFA, on the sidelines we had some meetings for FIFA in South Africa. I'm pleased to announce that our project, you remember last time when we said we had a project that we are taking, which we had applied to FIFA to write off the legacy debts, that project was approved by FIFA. So we are working on engaging the auditors who are going to meet with all the creditors. The report that they are going to give us will be tabled at a project meeting by FIFA in April. So we are encouraging all our creditors who make an advert, who advertise on the auditors that would have appointed to deal with our creditors. So we are encouraging all our creditors. We are on a final lap now. Our planning according with FIFA is if our project is tabled in April, May, June, July, we should be able to pay off all the legacy debts. I'm sure you are aware that we have about 3 boards that came before us. I happen to be part of another board that also failed to pay off the legacy debt. We have already, we now have our legacy because we managed to convince FIFA to pay the legacy debts. So we are going to pay the legacy debts. Latest by June, we would have paid all the legacy debts. What does this mean now? It means now ZIFA is able to access its project funding from FIFA. I'm sure I saw is it an article from Herald where they are asking us project. We made a deliberate decision to say that we are not going to take the project funding because takatora maganisha anongoyobata, so hapana zvatenge taita. So after paying the legacy debts, then we are going to do our projects now. In fact, our application is we are going to make a combined submission. The one for the legacy is the first one, then the rest will also be part of that. There are quite a number of projects that we promised that we are going to do all that we are now going to fulfill them. Then I'm sure you are aware that Honorable Dr. Philip Chiangwa and the Honorable Omega Sibanda are on suspension as far as we are concerned. We are the big brothers of football in Zimbabwe. He is the big brother of football in Kosovo, but we rule the roster here. The board met, deliberated on their suspension, and they agreed that we are going to lift their suspension without any strings attached. We want to concentrate on football. We want football to do the talking. We are the father figures of football in Zimbabwe. So if a young brother goes haywire, you need just to tap him back and forgive him. So the 2 suspensions has been lifted. Yeah. The technical setup, I'm sure the nation was waiting for that. The past 4 days, there were some background checks that were being done. We made the adverts. There was an overwhelming response. The technical team headed Mr. Malandre. We want to appreciate the work they did. They did a very good job. Most of their recommendations were taken on board by the board. Out of quite a number of coaches that applied, they recommended 4 coaches. Among the 4, one of them was a Zimbabwean. He did well as far as whatever interviews and everything they were doing was concerned. We made a wide consultation in as far as getting the coach was concerned. We also considered and checked with some of the coaches that had not applied or responded to our advert. To the extent that we also tried to get in touch with the Big Sam, if you know him. We felt probably he would bring some excitement into our football. Background checks were done, and we feel the person that we are recommending will bring some excitement into our football. You will be in charge of our national team, but among other duties you will also be assisting technically most of our teams. The coach that we settled for is a very experienced coach. 20 years of coaching experience, UFI, Pro license, and a CAF license. He has coached in most of the continent in Zimbabwe. Not Zimbabwe. Most of the continents in the world. About 4 of them. I might have difficulties in pronouncing the name, so I'm not going to pronounce the name. He is coached Sudan and improved the ranking of Sudan. He coached the Sudan at Chan, and they got a bronze medal. Their FIFA ranking also improved. He can speak English quite well. The continents that he had coached are Australia, USA, Europe, and Africa. And this coach is Logalu Sich, is our new coach with the immediate effect. We expect that this coach that the board has chosen will bring excitement into our football. We want the old days to come. I've been in football for quite a long time now, from the age of maybe primary level. There was the time where the national team for Zimbabwe was established. If you ask me who was the president then, I don't even know. Maybe you also don't know. It's because the coach was bringing some excitement into our football. The full setup, Logalu Sichi will be our coach, head coach. First assistant will be Joe Andipas. Second assistant will be Lloyd Chitembu. And Tony Indiraya, by virtue of being the under-23 coach, will also be part of the technical setup for the national team. Goalkeepers coach, we have decided to go continental in as far as the goalkeepers coach is concerned. The coach that we have appointed was a former Highlanders player, Rovers, Arcadia, and he has coached a number of teams locally. He is now coaching in South Africa as a goalkeepers coach. He is a consultant which trains some goalkeepers, and the name is Panel Mako. So that's the full list for our national team coaches. So these are the items that we wanted to share with you in as far as our board meeting was concerned. We wish all these that have been appointed for me. We have some targets that we have agreed on. One of the targets, in terms of AFCON, we want to qualify in every AFCON. I think I said it late last year. We want to qualify in every AFCON. We want him to come up with a plan so that we can work towards qualifying for the World Cup for the first time. Then the other targets are to do with grassroots youth football for both men and women. In some instances, you will be acting as TD for our junior national teams. So he has a lot to do. So we have quite a number of targets. In terms of preparedness for the upkeep of the coach, we are all professionals. You can't come up with a contract that you are unable to pay. So we have looked at our finances. The upkeep of the coach, his payment up to the end of the
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.